Will you please welcome Gabourey Sidibe, ladies and gentlemen.
Precious little angel, take a look at what you've done. Well, I was lost until you came. Precious little angel.
Gabourey.
Lovely to be had. Hello.
Gabourey, you look gorgeous. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Can I check? I am pronouncing your name right. Gabourey?
Gabourey.
Sidibe?
Sidibe.
Sidibe, Gabourey.
There's an accent that I don't use because I'm lazy.
OK, well, this is the first time I've had a Gabourey on the show. Do you get called Gabourey? Do you like to shorten it? Do friends call you something else, or is it Gabourey always?
I go by Gabby, usually.
Gabby. Gabby's easier, isn't it? People
yeah, I make it easy on people because I'm kind and loving.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it now, and I'm sure I'll appreciate it even more as the interview goes on.
You're welcome.
Hey, Gabby, what a tremendous piece of work Precious was. It really was a powerful movie. Not necessarily normally the kind of movie I'd go and see, but it blew me away, and afterwards it's really stayed with me as well. Your first major role, your first big role in a film.
My first pretty much ever role, yeah.
So how did you get into that? How did you get a part like that?
Well, there were auditions for the film held at a college that I used to do some theater work at. I did Peter Pan once upon a time, and I was an Indian and a pirate, and somehow that led to Precious.
Yeah, well, that's they're not really the kind of roles that you'd associate with that. So you're an Indian and a pirate, both in Peter Pan.
Yes. I was very talented, and I took on dual roles.
Well, I'm sure a lot of young women went up for the part. I mean, it must have been a hot competition.
Yeah, I found out after, I think it was my last day of shooting, that between 400 and 500 girls had auditioned.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was the filming experience? Because grim's the wrong word, but it's an intense film. It's kind of powerful, and it's kind of, there's some heavy lifting involved when you're watching it emotionally. Is it like that on the set, or do you lighten the mood? What's it like when you're filming a movie like that?
No, it was a lot of fun. I'm not a very serious person, and so I giggle quite a bit, and I make lewd jokes all the time.
That would lighten the mood?
Yes, of course, and it helped, and we actually had a lot of fun on set. We all became a family, and it was one of the best times of my life.
Now, you have some of this, it's not a sort of starry movie, but there are a couple of big names in it who you wouldn't necessarily immediately recognise. Lenny Kravitz, who I adore, he's a great rock star, and he's a great looker. He plays a male nurse in it, and you wouldn't, and when I watched it, I'm thinking, who's that guy? I knew him, but couldn't quite pin him down. And then, of course, Mariah Carey.
Right.
Isn't it? Looking very different, and quite a big deal was made about how different she looked in the film. How was she to work with, and what kind of a relationship did you have with her on the set?
She's very sweet. We all really became friends. Lenny Kravitz is incredibly hilarious. Like, he's really funny. I don't think he gets a rap for being funny because he's a rock star, but actually that dude makes me laugh. Mariah's really funny too. That was not her mustache.
No. She has a reputation as being something of a diva. I don't know, was she like that at all on the set?
No, she was really, really sweet. She would not let me look her in the eye, but I'm kidding. She was actually, I'm joking. She'd be so mad at me. But no, she's really, really sweet. And she's really, really smart too.
Did she have people with her though, or did she turn up, was she like just one of the regular actors?
She just had, she turned up like me.
It's, you know, if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. The relationship between Precious and her mother is kind of at the heart of it. And it's very tough going. And initially, they wanted to cast your mum in the role, didn't they? Yeah,
well, yeah. It was the same production company, but a different director. And she is a woman, and she was a fan of my mom. My mom's a singer, and my mom didn't want to take on the role.
Right. And so Monique plays the part instead now,
yeah.
Who I knew of as a comedian. I knew her work, and it's very incredibly different sort of Monique you see here. And she went on to win Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars for that.
Yeah, no, she did well this year.
Yeah.
And she won, and she absolutely deserved it.
But you got nominated, didn't you?
I did get nominated.
Now, how's that? Yay. 1 minute you're playing a pirate in a kind of college production of Peter Pan. Next thing you're nominated for an Oscar. That's quite a leap, isn't it?
Who knew?
Yeah. There you are at the Oscars. How was that going to the Oscars? What's the Oscar experience like? And more importantly, I've always wanted to know, what do you get when you're nominated? What kind of gift bag do you get at the end of it all? Okay,
the Oscars were fun. They were less boring than I thought they'd be.
Now, hold on. Why did you think the Oscars, you're nominated for an Oscar, why did you think it'd be boring?
Because I've seen the show.
Yeah, they're long. It's a long
Yeah,
experience.
it's long. But it was a lot of fun. And the gift bag, like, you know, you hear all this stuff about how wonderful and great the Oscar gift bag is.
Phones you get, and iPads, and the people get everything. What did you get in yours?
I got an industrial paper shredder, a box of cat food, and a duffel bag of dog toys. I have no pets.
Well, you didn't have. I imagine you've gone and got one now. Haven't you?
No.
You don't want to waste it. You had a picture up there of you with Jake Gyllenhaal, who's been on the show. He's a tremendous young man. You look like you're having fun there. Now, are you with anyone at the moment? Do you have a young man in your life, or do you use an event like that to kind of to hit on some hot young men?
I use any event to hit on a young man.
Well,
at the gas station.
Well, that's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like hitting on people.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Into boys, whatever.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
Who have you hit upon recently that we might know of?
Recently, Sex and the City comes out, today here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, the guy that plays Smith, Jason Lewis, I believe his name
Well, even
is.
I'd hit on him. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good-looking man.
I hit on him for 4 straight minutes the other night.
What's your technique? What do you open up with, and what do you try and close the deal with?
Here's how I open up. Hi, you are hot.
Wow.
What's up with
No
that?
messing around there. And,
Take down these digits.
and I can tell you're a great actress because you said it to me and I believed it for a second.
You are.
Oh, God bless you.
I'm not acting, boo.
Well, you want to watch out? We sometimes wrestle on this show.
Looking forward to it.
Now, did Smith reciprocate, or you too much of a lady to?
Very, very, very nice. I'm sure I scared him off a little bit. I
Men
can be
are-
quite aggressive.
But boys are scared off by a kind of a woman who knows her mind. They often find, someone who comes forward, like a confident woman, they can find that threatening, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Hasn't slowed me down.
Well, that's good to hear as well. Okay, so you've been over here before, haven't you? I know that.
Yes, this is my 3rd trip, and I think I'm going to do the Eye of London, and I've not done it yet.
You haven't been in the London
Yeah,
Eye?
this
It's
is
called
my
the
3rd
London
trip.
Eye, the Eye of London.
The London Eye. Sorry, I'm not from here.
No, well, you're welcome. The London Eye. You'll love the London Eye experience. But do you have someone to go up there with? Because it can be a little scary.
Yeah, I'm going to go with someone.
Okay, you can take booze and stuff on the London Eye?
Can you?
I think so. We did.
Thank you for the tip.
How old are you, Gabourey?
I just turned 27. I had a birthday like 2 weeks ago.
27. Okay, so you don't have, because in the States, I didn't know how old you are. I know a lot of time young people come over here and they're delighted they can drink younger in this country. And in the States, you have to walk around, you have to hide it, don't you?
Yeah, not a concern. I drink all the time.
Okay, well, that's good. So we've established you're drinking all the time and you're wandering around hitting on men.
I'm like Colin Farrell. I'm the girl Colin Farrell.
Have you hit on Colin?
Yeah, I did in an elevator once.
He doesn't take a lot of hitting on, I don't think Colin does. I think he's ready. He doesn't even wear a belt.
Yeah, he was with it.
Now, on the Oscars, of course, you didn't win that night.
No, I did not win.
Which was a great shame.
No, I'm fine.
Although, yeah. But you still have, I guess, a good time afterwards. There are parties you go to, and you were kind of on the awards circuit, going to a lot of awards with that movie for a while. Do you meet the same people? I guess you do. The same people up for the same films?
Over and over and over again. It's like by the time the Oscars come around, I'm bored with those people. They're all perfectly nice, but you know what? The best award party. The BAFTAs,
really?
Not even a joke.
Wow.
The BAFTAs were the best party.
What was better about the BAFTA party as opposed to the other ones?
It was just cool. That was I actually danced. You go to all these parties and they're really stuffy and you just stand around talking to people and whatnot. But I actually danced after the BAFTAs and it was so fun.
And you were dancing. There were other people dancing as well, or you just decided to grab the moment?
No. Dancing. Yeah, everyone was.
Well, that's a good night out. Okay, let me ask you about Red. That's why you're over here. You're wearing a beautiful red dress this evening. You're part of the Red campaign.
And a beautiful red ring.
Now, this is a campaign. Did Bono was instrumental in starting the Red campaign.
Right.
Tell me what you can about it.
Well, it's really the film The Lazarus Effect, and it's playing on YouTube, and it'll be playing on Channel 4. You have to check your local listings for it. And it really illustrates how 10 years ago, drugs to help those who were suffering from HIV and AIDS were $10,000 a year to afford, which is completely out of the question for those who suffer in that part of the world.
Well, and there are many, many people, of course, who have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so many people were dying just because they could not afford the drugs. And so drug companies have worked so hard to make the pills now 40 cents a day.
So that's like, in proper money, that's like 20p.
Right. I don't know the exact
And these
rate.
pills, what do they do? Because there's no cure for it. I mean, I guess they keep it at bay.
Right. They really keep these people alive. Really, it doesn't cure the disease, but it makes the disease livable.
So it basically gives people a quality of life back. People
Absolutely.
I've seen the film you talked about, and it is powerful stuff because you do see people, and you see people who a year ago you wouldn't have given them much chance, and now they're still out there looking after their kids, helping out in the house, doing stuff.
Absolutely changes their life around.
We have a clip. This is a clip from the film. It's on Channel 4 on June the 17th. I've seen it already. It's very powerful. Have a look at this. It's a really, as I said, it's a powerful movie. It's a very moving movie. How did you get involved? Who came to you? How did you get involved? And what do you actually do apart from talking about it?
Well, I buy a lot of Red products because, like, you can buy Red products at Starbucks and at Nike and Apple.
So if you see the red logo on something, you know you're helping out the cause.
Right,
Yeah.
and you know, like a lot of proceeds from your purchase goes to helping out this cause. And then Red asked me to be a part of the film, and I was more than glad to join.
Okay, and there's a fantastic photo campaign going on as well. Were you with other celebrities when the photos were taken? Did you?
Yeah, there were a few around when I was coming in. Orlando Bloom, yes, Orlando Bloom.
let me guess. Did you hit on Orlando?
I hit on him.
Yeah.
I hit on him. I had 8 straight minutes of hitting on Orlando Bloom.
I love the fact you not only hit on people, you kind of keep a
time
log
it,
of how
yes.
long you. Yeah.
I have a notebook for this.
Now, here's an exciting thing, I think, anyway. You've been to the White House.
I have been to the White House.
Okay, now, so how did you get invited to the White House? What was the event?
Well, there was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I went to that, and the next day there was a tour of the White House, and so I got to go on this tour with Jessica Simpson.
And this is a special tour for people who are at the dinner?
Yeah. Well, not everyone. I guess you
Just
had to
you
be
and Jessica Simpson?
Yeah, it was a VIP tour of the West Wing where, like, Obama does all his work.
All his business?
Yeah, all his business.
Now, and so you're allowed in the West Wing.
Yeah.
Do you get to go in? I mean, I guess you're fairly heavily supervised, but can you have a poke around? Do you look in drawers
Yeah.
and stuff?
No, I ransacked the kitchen. But we had to, like, the meeting room, the Situation Room, with, like I got to sit in Obama's chair and the Vice President's chair, and I was Vice President Sidibe.
Isn't the Situation Room is kind of like the war room, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't call it the war room for obvious reasons.
No, because
so
that's depressing.
Yeah. And what do you see in there? What's he got in? Did you see anything?
There's like photos, and there's like a lot of photos on the wall, and there's like a secret phone there. I don't know what that secret phone is for.
You know that goes straight to Batman's cave.
Yeah.
But photos of what? Photos of the situations, or photos of like people he likes? Like
no, photos of Obama. Like he's got. This is probably going to make him sound much more vain than he actually is. But he's got a photographer that follows him around, and then they switch out the photos like 2 or 3 times a week. Like, they put these photos of him all over the wall, and they switch it out 2 or 3 times a week. Imagine if that happened in your house.
Wow, that would be, well, I'd love it. But are they just all kind of like work shots, or is he topless in some?
No. He's wearing a bikini in most of them. It's like him like getting on to Air Force One, and getting off, and then him in a meeting.
Wow, that's good. But he is kind of awesome, and he is like a sort of like the biggest movie star in the world. I know that's not what he is, but he's got that sort of presence.
There was a photo of him playing basketball with, I feel like it was Michael Jordan. I can't remember. I'm not a big sports girl, but it was somebody awesome, and he was like dunking on him too. No, Barack's got ups. Do you guys have that term? It's jump. All right.
Well, someone told me that you saw. I don't know if this is true or not. That there was a red button. There was a
That's classified.
Okay, this is what I heard. I heard that in one of the rooms in the White House, you snuck a peek, and there was a red button with a country's name on it.
I was kidding, mostly. I was kidding.
I heard there was a red button with Can I say what country I heard it was?
I said Russia. I was kidding.
I'm relieved. I heard Japan.
I did say Japan.
Yeah. So you made that up?
I did make that up.
Oh, God, I thought really he's got
I
one
am a
button
liar,
ready to go.
professionally.
Well, that's ridiculous. At least it was a red button.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, let me ask you one more time. The Red campaign is something you're involved in. People can look around for the Red logo. If they buy something or if they support in that way, some of the money, I guess, goes to Red.
Exactly, and you can also go to the website, joinred.com.
And I guess, in a way, this is a good way of helping because it's not like you're saying to people, give money, you're saying seek out the products you're buying anyway.
Exactly.
And that's going to help, and you can help in that way. That's a good thing. How lovely to have you here. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Look out for the lovely Gabourey on the London Eye touching a bottle of Baby Sham or something like that. You ever tried a Baby Sham?
No, should I?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask, but yeah, go ahead. How lovely to have you here. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and I adored your performance in that film. I thought it was a terrific, a tremendous piece of work. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
Gabourey Sidibe.
Thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you so much.
This is so awesome. Thank you.
It was lovely. Thank you. Gabourey, ladies and gentlemen. Gabby.